Good afternoon. I was unaware if I was supposed to do the entire presentation or if I was only supposed to do my half, which was the second point of the group work. But I'm just gonna do the second half for now. But I will also do the entire presentation a little later. The title of that presentation was Males de Silencio. Our thesis was that Trujillo was that Diaz uses the faceless man to represent the victim of Trujillo. They are the ghosts of Trujillo's regime. As the book progresses, the faceless man goes from a bystander to a participant in the violence. This shows that by not taking action, you are helping to perpetuate the violence. I will now present our second point. The second point basically is the enforcing of the enforcement of the bystander effect of the faceless man, because apparently in the novel, whenever a character was in trouble or in grave danger because of their rebellion against Trujillo's laws, basically, there would always be someone who was a bystander there, and the person who was bystanding was always faceless. And the context of my quote comes from when Oscar was basically in the car on his way to the field, about to get beaten to death, if not killed. And he was looking around for someone to basically come to his aid, but apparently there was no one there to help. My quote reads, he stared out into the night, hoping that maybe there would be some U.S. Marines out for a stroll, but there was only a lone man sitting in his rocking chair out in front of his ruined house, and for a moment Oscar could have sworn the dude had no face. Diaz 298. This quote basically is emphasizing the bystander effect and how this lone man, was just watching and not doing anything. The words stared and hoping in this quote basically like emphasizes the idea of how Oscar was looking for someone. He was seeking for that aid. He was seeking for someone to come to his rescue, basically, and there was no one there. And this just shows his basically like this shows how basically there was no one there because of the bystander. The bystander was there, like in the quote says, there was only a lone man sitting in his rocking chair out in front of his ruined house. So basically there was a man there, and Oscar was looking around hoping that this man would come help him. But as usual, bystanders, they have a choice. It's either you help or you don't. The definition of a bystander is basically someone who is present in the act of is present in a situation but refuses to help or refuses to join. So basically they're just standing there watching, or they're like recording, or there's some sort like of encouraging the action that's going on, but they're neither joining or helping out the situation in any which way. Oh, I would also like to bring it back. I would also like to connect this quote to our larger implication, which states that if you don't join, you're actually like helping to perpetuate the violence. And connecting to that, by the bystander, the man with no face that's sitting on the porch, by him not joining or helping, he was actually making things worse, because if he did help, maybe Oscar wouldn't have died. Or by him basically not helping, that is like an irony in some way, because here we have like this man sitting on a porch watching this incident about to happen, and we would think that he would do something, but in reality he actually didn't do anything. So that's what make this situation so ironic. Also,